The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと
ワクワク
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Crazy.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
Nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say?
People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your phones?
Titty
Did your social
freakers.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop it, retard. Robocock.
That's racist!
everybody to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, you got to bring it in. Let's go. It is the second day of December. We still need to be hugging it out. Nobody's arguing during December. Let's go. Get in here. Hurry up, man. Like the stream. Spam the reaction button. If only the reaction button had a hugging reaction, but it doesn't. So you're just going to have to do it the other way. But it's fine. It's fine. Bring it in close. And remember, you guys failed me on Thanksgiving, okay? You touched a turkey and you didn't listen. But now it is December. And you have to listen to the rules.
Do not fucking touch Santa's hairy belly.
Don't do it. Don't do it. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else right now, you're probably wishing Hypnotica would show up. I guarantee you. You're gay. So like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check. Titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, guys? We got a lot we got to go over, man. I got like 6 indie games to go over. I also got a bunch of topics to go over. I got so many things we got to go over. What are we checking? What are you guys checking today? Say skeg check? Check. Say skeg check? Check. Fist of the North Star check. Mistletoe check. Iron Mouse was banned on Twitch check. Drumming it up on the Santa tummy check. Check the check. How did it get there? Squidward check. Dirty rice with chicken check. Trapnotic check. No touchy Mrs. Claus check. Well, she's a chick, so check. Grilled marinade chicken with rice check. AI rage bait check. Franklin the turtle check. Testicular fortitude check. No Christmas check. Chickadee check yourself before you chickadee wreck yourself check. Nina Lynn check. Intermittent fasting check. Touching Santa's belly check. Where is Santa check. Miss my toe check. Christmas duck check. PT sucks check. Yo check. Fruitcake check. Happy holidays check. Kung Pao O'Malley check. And then a simple hello, everyone, from Archangelis. Very nice. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded, boys. Like stream. Like it. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that swear that they're going to touch Santa's belly, but we all know it's not going to happen. We all know that you will not touch Santa's belly. You're going to listen to the rules. All right? There's only one rule, and that's the rule of December. We are not going to break that rule. I know we're not. I I have faith in you guys. We got Pizza Cat. What's up, Pizza Cat? We got Low KZ420 on Rumble. We got Soul Reaper 2078, Monkey Man 04, Mr. Melancholy, Genetic Spore over on Rumble. We got Ken's Gaming Table. We got Dedraconic on Rumble. Lucky E-Boy. What's up, Lucky? Alucard. Metal Wolves. Happy holidays, man. We got Crash Collins on Rumble. Brown Man with the cheat code. Trust your instincts. Adam Juman on Rumble. We got Lord Bowser the Second. The Voice in the Water. 2K GameCuber. Nick Havoc. Light Ferret over on Rumble. We got Koshiro Uzumi. We got Robonizer 24. Audio Pollution. We got Stin Rocks. We got Oliver Adam. We got Olden Fox. Mr. Spanglish. Commander Sonok. We got Harry Bear.
Holy shit.
Harry Belly Tickler. No, I have hostages. Here's the proof. You give me what I want, and Dancer here won't be turned into jerky. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Okay, hold on, wait. So last month we had a turkey that was journeying all across the world and the galaxy, only to end up dead because Cult Classic Cage killed him. Right? That's the lore. And now we apparently have a belly tickler who is a mass murdering psychopath. There is now threatening a reindeer unless you give him what he wants. Is this the lore? Am I understanding things? Listen, man, what part of you will not touch Santa's belly do you not understand? Okay, if Dancer's gotta go, then Dancer's gotta go.
Do not fucking touch Santa's hairy belly.
I'm gonna roll the dice. It is what it is. Frenchie 07. We got Darth Dimos the Legend. We got Soul Reaper 2078. Benjamin Altman. We got Creepy 07. Felsteph. Marius, the True Aztec Warrior. Old Man Cad. Shinigami Ren. The King Joker. Shinphil. Dylan B. Taffy. Danko Orange. Too Cool Curry. Ron DFK. 17 Crash. Dark Tanave. Lucky Boy again. We got Toradol on Rumble. We got Bugsy. Who else? Calculator Gollum. D-Mag. Jay Sims. Speedy Cake. Jason Alator. The Madman Mars. Lionheart Cowboy. Dana Ryer. Who else we got in here, man? Lights. What's up, Lights? We got Chaotic Holy. We got Moogle. We got Taffy M. All right, boys. 4 more people. 4 more people that we got to get on with the show, man. Like the stream, spam reactions. 4 more people. Let's go. We got Dragon. We got Trapnotic again. I can't believe this is a fucking account, bro. I really sincerely cannot believe we have a Trapnotic account. Oh, my God, bro. What is going on here? We got Blue Octopussy. We got... Who else is here? We got... Let me scroll down. Macho Man says, I'm still not gay. You sure about that? You sure? And then we got Joseph. What's up, Joseph? Demon Carol. Charlie Nuclear. And last but not least, we got Youper 199. We got Yamato 85. We have a crippled Snorlax. And we got Sebrew 1138. We got, let me scroll down. We got Optical Lizard, Tiger King, and we got Gunnar Damas. All right, boys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigger Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive buddy shot today. Who is it going to be? We got Mr. Melancholy starting us off, saying booty hole protected, powered by fruitcake, no booty Adams, ×7. You touch Mrs. Claus, anger face, get some coals shoved up your back door, stocking, ho, ho, ho. That's really aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 17 crash. Booty hole denied by emojis. Simple and basic. Fuck your feelings, to quote from the great Old Man Cad. Sir 21st Century, to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Dark Dimos, I invoke the booty hole protection spell. This booty hole cannot be touched. Go down by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 17 crash again. 1, 2, 3. Falstaff, no Diddy, no Jaffe. Booty hole protected. Money shot deflected off of Santa's hairy belly to go down by 1. We're going to scroll down over here.
Holy shit, 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 shit.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what are we? What's going on here? What is going on here? Come on, bro. This does not count as a self money shot. I don't care what anybody says, okay? This is a completely different entity. This is a completely different entity. God damn it. I got nothing to say.
What the?
Fucking Trapnotic. Like the stream, boys. All right, listen, we got a lot we got to go over today. We got to go over today, man. We're going to be talking about some of the main topics. Well, obviously, we got a bunch of indie games to go over. We're going to be talking about Marathon settling their art theft nonsense. Finally, everybody was wondering what the hell was going on with the art theft. Well, apparently, they just finally settled it. The artist made a statement over on X. We're going to talk about that and see what's going on with that. We also have the horror game Horses that was banned on Steam not that long ago, was going to be released on Epic Games, GOG, and itch.io. And GOG especially was virtue signaling about the game. Well, right before the game's about to release, Epic Games decided to say nope, and they banned the game. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Hitman 4 being accidentally revealed, which I kind of find to be hilarious, by the way. We are going to cover the Casey Tron apology, even though, you know, it's not normally something I would cover, but I got to be honest with you. It's so goddamn epic that we got to talk about it. We just have to. The Casey Tron apology officially getting felted by Ethan Klein publicly for everybody to see. And then apologizing to Asmongold, only for Asmongold to tell her to fuck off, basically. It's pretty amazing. So we're going to talk about that. We are also going to be covering the some fast topics, man. Nothing too crazy. We're going to cover some PC hardware stuff. Prices are going insane to the point where motherboard sales are down 50% because of the price increases. People are not building PCs much anymore. And it's gonna really, like, everything's gonna come crashing down. It really is. We're gonna talk about a new Fortnite leak that just came out. We're gonna talk about Tencent agreeing to pause the Hello? 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 I think it works. Is it working now? I don't know what the fuck happened. That was weird. Sorry about that. What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, we're back. Okay. We're back. I don't know what the fuck just happened. That was weird. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Fortnite leak, Tencent agreeing to pause the Light of Mortarum. Yeah, I stopped at Tencent. Yeah, there you go. So Tencent agrees to pause the Light of Mortarum, the game that supposedly is ripping off Horizon Zero Dawn. Well, at least according to Sony anyway. Well, they're agreeing to pause all promotion until the lawsuit is over. So things are heating up over there as well. So we got to talk about that. And I mean, that's it. A bunch of indie games, Oh, we got Ball X Pit. We got to talk about Ball X Pit too. We got Helldivers 2 news as well. Damn. Oh, and Metroid 4. Damn, we got a lot. We got to hurry up and get on with the show. Now, do I have a retard of the day today? I think I do have a retard of the day today. Hold on. I didn't actually bring up the picture because I forgot about this person. That's how little that I actually care about the retards of the day. Oh, I do. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a retard of the day. The number 2 segment on YouTube, Rumble, everywhere, all across the galaxy. Retards of the day. And we usually don't do it too much anymore. Because to be honest with you, I don't like giving promotions to the retards. But you know what? Every once in a while, we find a retard that's just extra special.
And here we are. The fate of the planet is in the hands of a bunch of retards I wouldn't trust with a potato gun.
That's right. All right, boys, we got ourselves a retard of the day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ironically, this was not on my channel. So if you guys missed it, I made a video reacting to a certain YouTuber by the name of Tony Sino, I think. Tony Sino, if I'm not mistaken. And it was about grifters, right? Grifters. And I normally don't entertain that kind of conversation anymore because, quite honestly, it's always in bad faith. It's always bullshit. But I decided to that one time. Fuck it. Why not, right? Just decided, whatever. Why not? So I made that video. And I never read the comments on his video. And then somebody commented on my video and said that he's getting cooked in the comments. And I'm like, is it really that bad? So then I go to his comments and I realize, oh, wow, he is actually getting cooked. So I managed to read a couple of them. And when I read a couple of them, I found this one that was exceptionally amazing. And I figured I would share it today as the retard of the day. Because when you read this, you're going to realize that this is why I don't participate in the conversation. Because it's literally people that just make shit up in their head and they're fighting whatever the fuck they want to fight in their own minds. So this person called Springlocks Productions, who is totally not going to see this because he totally doesn't watch my content. He said the following: who sent all of these people to dislike bomb the video? Just goes to show that your point is proven. Anti-wokies are snowflakes and will do anything to defend their favorite YouTubers. Now, keep in mind, it's always ridiculous, right? They try to set you up into this world where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So you can't defend yourself. And if somebody attacks you, and if you defend yourself, that means you're soft. If somebody attacks you and you defend yourself, that means you're triggered. If somebody attacks you, you defend yourself, that means that you're a snowflake. Like they always try to set you up to be in this like unwinnable situation. So they want to attack you for free. You can't say anything back because if you do, you're triggered, you're a snowflake or whatever. But if you don't, then you're a pussy. You're not going to say anything and you're afraid. It's like, it's so obvious the gameplay here. But again, anyway. So after he said that, he says, edit. I just found the source of it all. A YouTuber named Hypnotic. Someone infamous for being an anti-woke grifter has responded to this video and has probably told everyone to dislike bomb the video. That literally never happened. That literally never happened. Actually, if you go to my video, I specifically stated to make sure to go support his video and give him a view so that if you agree with him, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You can go support his content, subscribe to his channel, and give him a like and all that. I literally never did any of this. But in any case, again, this person in their mind thinks that I did. And then they said the best part. This is the best part. This is the cope part. This is the full of shit part. This is the unofficial moderator part. Where he said, not that I would know, I refuse to watch his sloppy shit. Tony, you need to respond to this Hypnotic guy and make a lesson out of him and these other anti-wokies on how big of snowflakes they actually are. Bro. Wow.
Holy shit.
People really take their internet beef really seriously. So he's fighting a version of myself in his mind that doesn't exist, and then he wants somebody else to do the battles for him because he is so clearly this super brave guy who calls other people snowflakes. Meanwhile, he wants other men to fight the battles for him. Isn't that amazing? But here's the best part about this, right? We had 2 lulls in this comment. 2 lulls, not one, but 2 kecks were had, ladies and gentlemen. We had edit number 2. Oh, wait, my mistake. It was Asmongold who made people dislike this video, not Hypnotic. I would say sorry, but anti-woke grifters always put out misinformation all the damn time. Sorry that I'm not sorry at all, anti-wokies.
Holy shit.
Bro. Bro. That is crazy. That is crazy. Like, how do you own yourself in your own comment where you are literally, bro, oh my God. Again, this is why I don't bother. I don't bother. And every time I make a video destroying these people and going through their bullshit, I always end up regretting it because I realize it is totally a waste of time. It is a waste of time. It literally always is a waste of time. They don't actually want to have a good faith conversation. They don't want to admit that their worldview is filled with 95% shadow boxing. They don't want to admit any of that. They just want to be out here and they want to be right. And even when they're proven wrong, they still are going to pretend to be right. It just doesn't matter. None of this fucking matters, bro. It's such bullshit. It really is. Every single time. I literally rather talk about anything else. Any other video game or anything else. And I'm so glad I got this comment. Well, again, I didn't get this comment. He got this comment on his channel, and I happened to see it, and I screenshotted it. But I'm so glad that I read this comment because this comment reminded me never to bother with these people. It just reminded me every time I think about coming out of retirement and just dunking on one of these people, these kind of comments remind me, you know what? This shit is not worth it. It is never, ever, ever worth it. And again, I just want to reiterate in case there are certain people out there that don't understand how full of shit they are. He initially said that I sent people to attack Tony, right? That's what he said. Okay, well, let me show you the level of attack that this moron is trying to claim that I did. This is directly from the video. Check this out. Watch this. About this video is something, you know, we get called grifters all the time. I mean, let's be real. At this point, if you're not getting called a grifter at least once a day, you're probably doing YouTube wrong. Now, the beautiful thing is about this is that we get to look into his arguments and see exactly what's going on. Now, I'm going to link this video in the description box below because, of course, I want to make sure he gets his credit and gets his views from the people who watch my video who may agree with him. And you're more than willing to agree with his sentiments if you want. That's perfectly fine. I'm just trying to spark a conversation surrounding the claims of grifter and how, quite frankly, the word is ridiculous. It is overused. Wow, that is really attacking the guy. Yeah. That's definitely really attack. Yup, got to make an example out of me, I guess. Shit. I told everybody to go support his video and make sure he gets his credit. And go subscribe if you if you agree with his sentiments. You're more than allowed to agree with his sentiments. Oof, that is rough. That is damn near Hitler level. That was savage. I was savage, wasn't it, Nemesis? Holy shit, what disgusting. Holy fuck. I'm a mean man. Yeah, what a meaty. I know. Anyway, so that, ladies and gentlemen, was the retard of the day, boys. Like, that was just that was bad. What a mean guy. What a mean guy. All right, boys. Now let's do the number one segment on YouTube. This is the part that, what's that guy's name? Springlock? Yeah, Springlock is here ready for this part. Let's do the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the fucking galaxy. This segment is known none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash,
Money, well,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
money, well,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money,
super chat,
money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. Can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Fuck, he got another donation. Add it to the total.
You said his channel was dying and he wouldn't get any more donations, so why aren't we getting fucking donations?
I love those clips. I think I loved them a little bit too much. All right, boys, we got Mr. Melancholy starting us off with a 149 super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. We got Old Man Cad, the legend, starting off strong with a 10 membership mega banger, starting the membership train.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Old Man Cad. Thank you so much for the 10 membership banger. And considering that was the first one of the stream, you and every other official moderator and unofficial moderator already know what that means. Old Man Cad, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man. Xavier, the Golden Sun legend with the 1 membership. Shout out to Xavier. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And then with a 5, why did Santa Claus get a parking ticket on Christmas Eve? He left his sleigh in a snow parking zone. God damn it. Monkey Man 04 with a 5. How did the reindeer learn to play piano? He was elf taught. Why shouldn't you lend money to elves? They're always short. That's 2 for 1, my guy. 2 for 1. Speedy Cake with a 10. Merry Cribbus, you filthy animals. Shout out to Speedy Cake. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Raptor Kratos with a 2. The gingerbread man is going to get it. That's fine. You just can't touch Santa. Trapnotic with a 189. Did someone say gay? Am I donating to myself? Trapnotic with a 989. I spent all this money on my transition. Turns out I was just gay. Nice. Ali Kusanagi with the 1 membership. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate it. Valkyria Winter with a 5. Fudanari Santa's wife as well as Bob's wife. Don't worry. I only roped Santa to a chair. I didn't touch his belly. Skull. Thank you, Valkyria Winter. Lord Bowser for 3 months. You just buddy shot yourself with your mind. Okay, that's a thing now. It's not. It's not. That's a separate entity. Trapnotic 499. Ball X Pit. I remember when I had those. Winky face. Oh, actually, no. Sad face, not winky face. But either or is pretty gay. Adam Reveal with a 10. No Rocky Balboan. Thank you, Adam. The DCV Titan for a 2. Guy basically admitted he sits in the cuck chair. Well, there you go. Adam Reveal with a 5. They're great. Tony. Do not disgrace Tony the Tiger with this guy, okay? Don't do it. Speedy Cake with a 10. Welcome to Whose Grift Is It Anyway? Where the grifts are made up and the points don't matter. That pretty much explains the majority of... Yeah, I would say that pretty much explains the majority of the conversations that happen over on social media. For sure. Raw DFK with a 2. At least you mean well. $2. Wow. Alucard with a 2. Playing as Hive Scum, Jared Leto Joker in Darktide. Nice. Alucard with a 2. Same thing again. That's weird. Demon Carol with a 5. I think my neighbor's Jewish. Just looked at his Christmas decorations and he put up a parking meter on his roof in case Santa got the wrong roof. That is insane.
Holy shit.
That is truly one of the better jokes that I've heard. Holy shit, that's great. And that's also very accurate. Smash JT with a 499. This could have gone towards my lawsuit or my kids for Christmas, but no, it went to you. That's true love. No Diddy. It's pretty fucking gay, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, Smash JT has been quite emotional lately, and this proves it. This proves it. With this level of gay, this level of emotions, this proves it. The estrogen is through the roof, but we appreciate it anyway. Thank you so much, Smash, for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Then we got to go over to Rumble, where Crash Collins gifted a membership. Shout out to Crash Collins. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then we scroll down. And then we got D Draconic gifting a membership. Not once, but twice. Shout out to D Draconic. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And that, boys, I lied. There's one more. Trapnotic with a 999. Fuck your lawsuit. We've been married for 10 years. Where's my ring, Smash? Bro, this just got really weird. Really, really weird. We got audio pollution for 4 months. 4 months, just got back after a long-ass work week. Had to travel. Was not happy to work in negative degree weather, but got the job done. Hail all. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to audio pollution. Welcome back, my man. Welcome back. Backbone with a 9 months says 9 months. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the 9 months for 9 months. That's legendary. All right, boys, we are fully caught up. Shout out to you guys. As we are on the road, if we get lucky today, we will get to 510 tier 1s in a row and 199 tier 2s in a row. We are 2 away from a legendary 200 number. So I appreciate you guys, man. Legendary support. Unbelievable. All right, before we get into the indie showcase, we are going to get into some funny stuff. Let's get into some funny stuff. So, if you guys missed it, Smash JT has found the ultimate grift. The literal, like, ultimate grift. It's insane. It's insane that people keep falling for this shit. It's truly, truly unbelievable. So, as I covered yesterday, Smash JT has been making the internet melt down with these fucking posts, and he's continuing every day. And now he made one with Tosh, okay? Where it says, I asked ChatGPT to make her beautiful. Maybe this is all the studios need to start doing if they want sales and to avoid layoffs. And we can obviously see the comparison here. But this is not why I'm bringing this up. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, well, if you scroll down, obviously there's me complaining about it, which I'm going to like my own post. But then Doc hit me with something that I wasn't expecting. This is the point of the post. Doc hit me with something that I was not expecting. Doc said the following: I asked ChatGPT to make her beautiful, and her with a question mark. My PC exploded because you can't improve upon the almighty goddess or God. That is McDuck.
Holy shit.
Now, this right here, this is true perfection. This is true. I mean, just gaze at it. Just gaze at it. I want you guys to understand that, you know, Smash has been doing some interesting posts, and he's definitely been fixing, you know, the problems with the industry. But I got to be honest with you, man, McDuggins, even AI cannot make McDuggins more perfect than they already were. McDuggins is literal perfection. And this is truly beautiful, man. It really is. This reminded me of the perfection of McDuggins. It really did. Let's get some McDuggins emojis in the chat right now, boys. McDuggins emojis for they save lives. Remember that. Don't ever fucking forget it. Don't ever forget it. Thank you, Doc, for reminding me of that. If you're in the chat right now, I appreciate that, man. Fucking legendary. Okay. We also have this. This is I don't even know what's even. Anyway, this is Metroid, the new Metroid game. And honestly, I don't even think it's funny anymore. I think it's just kind of cringe. I'm so sick of the millennial writing. I really am. I'm so sick of like the fucking Gen Z millennial bullshit fucking writing. More so Gen Z, I would imagine.
Sarge!
Armstrong, you all right?
I'm good. You?
Yes.
While I was waiting, I was studying this hologram. I just... Wow. Samus? It's really you. I don't even know what to say. Is this a new suit? It's amazing. I love it. I love it so
Private.
much. Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's wholly unserious. We got a literal fangirl moment. We got a fangirl moment inside of Metroid. Like, oh, Samus? Samus is you? Oh my God. Oh my God, Samus, you're like a trans icon. You just know it's coming. You just know, oh my God, Samus, you're like a gay icon. Oh man. I know Smash called it Reddit writing, but to be fair, the Expedition 33, the head of the studio found a lot of his talent on Reddit. So you can't talk complete shit, but I understand where you're coming from. I totally do. This shit is fucking cringe, my guy. Like, oh my God, it's Samus. Hey, shut the fuck up, bro. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm gonna X that out. Like I said, at first I thought it was funny, but then I just realized, like, bro, this is just unbelievably cringe. I can't. I fucking can't. Anyway, all right, boys. It is time for one of the better parts of the show, ladies and gentlemen, the Indie Showcase.
All right, folks, it's time for the Indie Game Showcase.
All right, boys, this one, the first one on the docket, is called Lady Demonicron. Or actually, I'm sorry, I think it's called Lady Death. Lady Death Demonicron. And this one looks like a beat 'em up with literally Lady Death. She has a scythe. She makes people explode, no pun intended. Very interesting stuff. Let's check this out. Here we go. Lady Death. Lady Death. Lady Death Demonicron. Pretty interesting. Got jiggle physics, all that great stuff. Nice and violent. It's gory. Definitely into that kind of stuff. Is there a second trailer? Let's see. Nope, but there are screenshots. Yeah, so you got all kinds of nice blood and gore, jiggle physics. The art is pretty nice looking. It actually looks, you know what? It looks like a comic book, which I know that's where it's from, but it looks like a comic book, just animated, if that makes sense. Like, it literally looks like they tore it out of the comic book pages. Look, they even have the comic book, the emotes and shit. This is fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is kind of cool. Look at this. Nice and bloody, gory. I don't know if this is multiplayer. Oh, it is multiplayer. I see player 2. Okay, so it is multiplayer. which is pretty cool. And it's a beat 'em up game. It's a beat 'em up game. So that's pretty cool. Look at that gash. Nice, bro. This looks pretty cool. I think if they could see that, damn, kick them in the nuts, bro. Holy shit. Look, they even have comic panels. You're not going to need these. And then kicks his balls in. I know some of you motherfuckers in the chat are going to like that. I know some of y'all are into that shit. Smash is into getting his balls stepped on. I know that. I know there's some other you in the chat absolutely are into that. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Punch him in the fucking gut. Kata's into it too. Yeah, Kata's definitely into it. So check this one out. I personally wishlisted this one. Lady Death Demonicron looks pretty fucking cool overall, and excited to learn more about that. It's planned to release next year, but I don't think they mentioned when next year. So as of right now, it's kind of like up in the air. They're going to have 15 levels, multiplayer beat 'em up that follows the 90s arcade classics, according to the description. It says a little bit of Streets of Rage with a pinch of Golden Axe and dash of Mortal Kombat, all mixed together with a 90s industrial metal soundtrack. That sounds amazing. I don't know about you guys. Sounds amazing to me. And looks good. She got big titties. They're not censored in any way. They even got jiggle physics. It's amazing. All right, next one on the docket, we got Dear My Friend. Dear My Friend. This one looked a little bit odd, but I wanted to showcase it anyway. Dear My Friend. Let's see what this one's about. Let's see if it's cozy or if it's scary. Let's see. Oh, it's cozy. I hear the music. It's cozy. Fluffy must be calling me, she says. Nice music. All right. Hold up. Wait, so it said boss fight. This is definitely made by like someone who's Chinese or something, because they don't know plural. This said boss fight. So like, is there only one boss fight in the whole game? Obviously not. No, this shit actually looks fucking cool. At first I was like, wait, what? But this looks cool. What the hell? That's crazy. Oh, shit. Oh, it's an isekai. It's an isekai story. Dear Diary, I got transported to another world. They believe I'm the key to saving their land. It's a fucking isekai story. All right. I'm interested. I like the gameplay. The gameplay definitely sold me for the most part. I like that. All right, I'm gonna check this one out for sure. I'm gonna check this one out. Dear My Friend. Not bad looking. Not bad looking. Like I said, I like the music though, especially the music. All right, this one. This one's called Fading Echo. Planned to release in 2026. Fading Echo. I have not watched this one at all. It showed up on my my calendar, and I was like, all right, let's check this one out. Let's see what's going on with this. Fading Echo. What the fuck? What the fuck did she turn into? Bro. She can turn into elemental ball. Damn, bro. That's a rough. Oof, that's rough. That's
Holy
rough.
shit.
That's rough. The gameplay looks pretty solid so far, but holy shit, the gap in the tooth and everything, bro. The gap in the tooth. We saw this before. It might have been during a show. I don't remember showing this off in my personal showcase. Ugh, that's rough. That's rough. It's so funny that she literally turned into a fucking ball of like water or poison or air or like whatever. Or what the? She went into the fallopian tube. You know what the graphics kind of remind me of? The graphics kind of remind me of Hi-Fi Rush. They kind of remind me of Hi-Fi Rush. You know, it's kind of crazy because like the character is just weird looking, but the gameplay is like okay. Like I think the gameplay could be interesting depending on how you can utilize the different elements and shit like that. But bro, that character is just weird looking. What the fuck? Like, how do you design such an interesting looking world for the most part with the nice, cool little like gameplay elements, and then you just fumble the ball in your main character? Like, how does that happen? I don't know. I mean, listen, if this is their vision, this is their vision. It is what it is. But she looks like she fell down and broke her whole fucking upper teeth. And that is Fading Echo. Like I said, it looks, again, from a gameplay perspective, looked interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. It could be something that I'll just like fuck around with one day when it's super cheap or something. But that zoom in on the main character, I would have preferred if you didn't do that. I'm not going to lie to you. I would have preferred if you would have just like skipped the zoom in and just showed the gameplay and kept it at the gameplay, because that zoom in right there, people, I can't even find it again. Thank God. People are going to be like, bro, what are we doing? What?
Holy shit.
Like, bro, this wouldn't have been that bad if you would have just fixed the teeth, right? Just fix the teeth. Number one, I feel like the teeth are really the most glaring thing. Fix the teeth. I know she has crazy hair because she's like the last airbender or whatever. So that's fine. But like, fix the fucking teeth, man. That's the main thing. Anyway. All right. Well, the gameplay looked pretty decent. So that's what this game is. Let's move to the next one. The hair. I don't mind the hair because, again, she's like a last airbender, you know, in touch with her elementals and all that shit. It makes sense for her hair to be all kinds of weird colors and all over the place. Her hair color changes depending on the element she's using, at least from what I see anyway. All right, this one's called Night Swarm. It's definitely going to have a much darker tone than compared to what we just saw. So this is Night Swarm. Check this one out. A vampire survivor like game or something like that. Let's see. Love the music so far. This one we saw. I remember this because I remember the music. But I don't give a fuck. I'm going to show it again because this game looks cool. Hell yeah. I think the coolest thing about this game by far was the boss battles. I think the boss battles are so epic looking in this game in comparison to like Deep Rock Galactic, for example. The problem with Deep Rock Galactic is that I feel like the boss battles are super subpar. Like I think the gameplay is really good, and I think that like the classes are really good and the weapons are really fun and all that shit. But the boss battles were really lacking. There really is very little variation in the boss battles. There's either you kill a dreadnought or you kill twin dreadnoughts. That's basically it. But this one looks like Diablo style boss battles, which is pretty cool. So I think that'll make it stand out and make it interesting to play. So launch is December 4th, which is 2 days from now. So I will definitely try to pick that up. Night Swarm. I'm excited. I'm curious. I'm interested about that one. That's been on my, it's already on my wish list. So I definitely saw this already. All right. Let's do this one. This is called Robo Frenzy. Robo Frenzy says, customize ability style with accessories and upgrade their attacks to unleash your ultimate boss for the world to fight, which is interesting. Planned release date Q2 2026. Robo Frenzy. Let's check this one out. Here we go. What kind of robot is that? Is that a Htiman?
That's a deep cut. What is this?
Oh, so this is a creature capture game too. Wait, go back. All right, that might make it a little bit more interesting. Create a universe of endless boss fights where you could basically creature collect. Yeah, look, robo equipment. You can customize your robots with all kinds of shit and then create your own boss battle, basically. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. Imagine creating your own boss battle that you could give it different abilities. I don't know. That one's interesting. I didn't realize that that's what it was. I thought you just fight bosses that the game designs for you, but you could design your own boss. That's a little bit different, for sure. That's called Robo Frenzy. And we got one more. We got Fatal Run 2089, which is from Atari, by the way. Fatal Run 2089, over-the-top driving action across a post-apocalyptic landscape. You'll have to race against a countdown clock at incredibly high speed to destroy enemy vehicles by any means necessary. All right, I like the sound of that. Let's check this out.
They always said my luck would dry up. Now it's time to put that to the test.
The enlightened offer a reward for the capture of the renegade runner and his cargo.
Don't let them get anywhere near the Ark.
Nice.
You're beyond any talk of redemption. Prepare your soul for death.
No one ever says goodbye anymore.
Survive our trials, and then you'll earn our favor.
We can't save anyone if the Ark is ruined.
Don't you desire to soar to a new level of existence?
Tick-tock, renegade.
Look out!
All right. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie to you. That's kind of cool. Fatal Run 2089. Consider checking that out. It definitely looks low budgety in a way, but in a fun way. Like you could be low budget, but still be pretty fun. Death metal style racing, which is pretty sick. So definitely going to check that one out. I'm going to wishlist that one right now. Actually, I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm going to wishlist that one right now. And that takes care of all of the indie games to show off today, right? All right, we're going to start off with the topics now, ladies and gentlemen. First things on the dock. We're just going to watch this video really quick. It's absolutely hilarious in every way imaginable. Every way imaginable. Bro, I want you guys to notice something really quick, okay? I want you guys to notice something. So this is Casey Tron's apology video, okay? If you guys are not aware, I'm going to catch you up on the context. So Casey Tron is one of the content creators that Ethan Klein is suing for stealing his content and admitting it on screen for everybody to see. They openly coordinated with other streamers and with Reddit moderators from the H3 Snark mod. They coordinated to purposefully destroy one of his videos, steal views from him, siphon money from him, everything. They openly admitted to all this. Anyway, so he trapped them because he had copyrighted that video before releasing it, thus allowing him to then sue them, knowing that they were going to probably do that. He is now suing Frogan, Casey Tron, and Denims. Well, after many months, Casey Tron has officially folded and has settled with Ethan. And this is the first one out of the three that have settled. And this statement is going to probably make you laugh because we're all going to see exactly what's about to go down. They're about to all turn on each other, which is interesting. So check this out. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up really quick is because these big time streamers, bro, how lazy can you be? You really mean to tell me that you couldn't create your own countdown, that you have to go on YouTube and find a video called 5-minute countdown timer to do a countdown for your stream? Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? Anyway, so check this out. Fuck, man. This stupid audio. I swear to God. Twitch, not Twitch. Twitter is so stupid with that. All right, here we go.
And by stating I take responsibility for infringing the content nuke. I want to begin by stating I take responsibility for infringing the content nuke. The lawsuit was not frivolous. When I said the lawsuit was frivolous and based on
Just so you guys are aware, it's very obvious. She's reading a letter that was written by her and her lawyer and Ethan, and they all agreed on it. I'm sure they all agreed on it. Just so you're aware.
It was to garner sympathy, protect my own reputation, and retaliate against the Kleins. This lawsuit has given me a greater understanding of copyright protection, people's copyrights, and the importance of protecting copyrights in the online content creation community. It is important for the entire content creation community to respect the intellectual property rights of other creators, and I will adhere to the lessons I've learned throughout this process going forward.
She doesn't mean any of
I
this.
also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker. Hassan never even reached out to me privately to offer words of support. Speaking honestly, I found his indifference to my suffering hurtful, especially after he hinted he might help me behind the scenes. It felt like he wanted to receive credit from the public for him helping me without providing any.
Shocker. So Hassan offered help. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna bankroll this counter. I'm gonna bankroll your ability to fight against Ethan, and then never did it ever. Of course he did it because he just wanted people to think that he was gonna do it. Right. So she's openly admitted, and keep in mind, guys, again, this is all very, very obviously a this is a letter she's reading, right? A legal letter she's reading. And this is all things that Ethan Klein probably wanted her to say on video as part of accepting a settlement. She was basically begging him to settle. She put out this video the other day talking about how her family's in ruin. She's losing so much money and all that stuff, and she's begging to settle. So he probably said, okay, if you want to settle, you got to do all this stuff. And this is one of it, right? So she threw Hassan under the bus as part of the settlement. That's number one. Let's keep going.
As to the GoFundMe money, to the extent there are any remaining funds after I pay my attorney's fees.
This is the best part. Wait for it. You guys ready for this? Let me rewind. This is by far. Oh man, watch this.
Any. As to the GoFundMe money, to the extent there are any remaining funds after I pay my attorney's fees, I have agreed to pay the remaining funds to the clients.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, bro. So that means that every single psychopath that donated to that GoFundMe in the hopes to try to fight back against Ethan and take him down, all of their money is going to Ethan. Oh my God, bro. That is fucking crazy.
Holy shit.
That is crazy. Oof. That's rough. That's rough, my boy.
The funds will not go to anyone else, including Denham's or Frogan, to defend their lawsuits. For the record, I have agreed to...
Oh, by the way, she said she was going to give that money to Denham's and to Frogan after settling to help them fight their lawsuits. And Ethan was like, nope, not happening. So they're getting nothing.
Cooperate with the clients in their litigation against the H3 Snark mods for promoting my live stream to the extent that I am able. I will offer my...
She is going to work against the Reddit moderators. She's gonna expose all of them. She's gonna work against the Reddit moderators, and she's gonna work with Ethan now to take them down.
Support, including testifying under oath to everything I have just stated, to help their cause.
Oh my God, that's it. That's it. They found. Look, Ethan found the weak link. That's what it is. Ethan found the weak link.
I also want to take the opportunity to acknowledge other misconduct and bad behavior I have exhibited online. For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable. I should know better because I have 3 disabled people that rely on me. Moving forward, I will do better. I also want to apologize to the crew of the H3 podcast, particularly AB and Olivia. I apologize for calling them cowards for not quitting their jobs. That was a shameful attack on 2 people who deeply care about Palestine and Palestinian people.
Oh my God, everything about fucking... These people are literally ruining each other's lives all for Palestine. Does anybody else think that's insane? All these very privileged streamers over at Twitch are literally just destroying each other for fucking Palestine and their ideology about Palestine. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Are we serious right now? Shittenville says, is she reading from a note Ethan wrote or something? So she's reading from a note from her lawyer that was approved by Ethan and her lawyer. So it's obviously going to have certain things in there that Ethan wanted her to say publicly.
AB, along with his wife Lena, have done more than I have ever done for the Palestinian people, including raising over $100,000 in charity. I recognize that they have actually made Palestinian lives better, and my online antagonism and trolling has not. I apologize to Ethan and Gila personally. I have said extremely mean and cruel things about both of them. particularly my misogynistic attacks against Hila that never should have been said. I also want to acknowledge the pervasive problem of anti-Semitism in leftist spaces. It should concern all of us. I condemn it and will not participate in it. To that end, I wish the client's success in enforcing TED Entertainment's copyright and protecting the legal rights of online content creators.
And that's it. Like, she just literally cuts it off after reading the oh my god, bro. So obviously people are having a field day with this. I don't personally care because I have nothing in this. I really don't give a fuck. I just find it to be funny. However, Asmongold's reaction to the part where Asmongold got a fake apology from her, and it's so funny that Ethan made this woman apologize to Asmongold publicly. Imagine that. Imagine Asmongold getting a W like that without having to do anything. And in typical fashion, he responds the proper way, in my opinion.
For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable.
It sure was. That's why it's not getting excused. Apology not accepted. You did this because of a lawyer.
That's it. That's it. Plain and simple. So in any case, this is definitely going to be very interesting as things continue to burn in the Twitch sphere. And yeah, I mean, again, I don't really know what the end goal is for Ethan. I gotta be real with you. I have not been following this. So my knowledge of this is very minimal outside of what started all of it. But I do know that Ethan obviously found the weak link, and this is the weak link, right? And that's probably why he ended up suing her. He probably ended up suing her because he knew that she was going to be the weak link that was going to turn everybody else in. And they all tried to pretend like they weren't working together and trying to, behind the scenes, work, doing whatever they're doing. They always try to pretend that. But at the end of the day, we all know it's bullshit. They do this all the time, Ethan has to have money. Oh, of course he has money, bro. Of course he has money. Of course. All right. Well, that's basically that for the Caseytron stuff. Let's move on. Let's talk about where we at. Let's talk about really quick. I want to talk about Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza. Okay, so really fun game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I need to get back to it and finish it. But Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza creators said something that I think is very important that I wish other studios would follow. And what am I talking about? Well, they said Like a Dragon creators will not buckle to mainstream Western tastes. And they said people start making strange things when they misunderstand what their business is supposed to be. Ryu Gotoku won't create a foreign protagonist whose story is set overseas. Based? Like, what else am I supposed to say at that point? Based? Like, this is why I have completely advocated against the Western ideology invading invading Square Enix. Because when the Western ideology invaded Square Enix, it really ruined a lot of what made Square Enix what they were. And you started to see it little by little. You really started to see the transition between old school Final Fantasy or old school Square Enix to what they became today. And even though Square Enix does have some subsidiary companies that are making some pretty good games, like Octopath Traveler, for example, at the end of the day, your mainline games have been completely infected with bullshit, to the point where you've pretty much abandoned a lot of your core fans throughout the years in the hopes to chase this Western audience that you were looking for. So I think this is a pretty big W. I think this is the mindset that a lot of them need to have when creating their own video games. If we want a Western game, we would go to a Western studio. If we want to play a Western styled game, we're going to look to Western styled studios. I don't want to play a Western game that is made from an Eastern studio. If I'm looking at Eastern studios for their games, it means that their play style and the way they develop their games is inherently them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want Western sensibilities in my Eastern video games. I feel like they're separate for a reason. They should always remain separate, right? And I'm not saying that there are certain video games that can't be based here, right? Obviously, there's been Eastern video games that have been made that have been based like in America, for example. But what I'm telling you is that the way they design it and the way they develop it, I don't need them to have the sensibilities that the developers have here. I don't need that. I don't need that. I think that's bullshit. You know what I mean? So again, guys, I saw this and I'm like, this is good. This is a good mindset to have. And I hope this continues because I liked Pirate Yakuza. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really did. I thought it was a lot of fun. So hopefully that screenshot is bonkers. Bro, if you've never played Pirate Yakuza, this is the bare minimum. This is the bare minimum in terms of bonkers. Like what that fucking game is so crazy. It is so crazy. That's why I need to get back to it, man. I need to finish that game. I need to finish that game. All right, let's X this out. Moving on to the next one. Let me catch up on super chats really fast, and then we're gonna get to the next one. We're gonna talk about the horror game that got banned by Epic Games. We got, let me see. Scroll down. Trapnautic with a 189 for today's Waifu Battle. I nominate myself. No, not happening. Beautiful Zexa with a 5. Instead of not touching Santa, you should have said don't touch the presents. No, you could touch the presents. That's it's Christmas. It's Christmas. You just can't touch Santa's belly because then it gets weird. Alucard with a 2. I really love the comic. First day buy. That game looked pretty cool. To be honest with you, I actually can't wait for that. I feel like beat 'em ups are making a return, and I'm excited to see more of them. Alucard with a 2. Is Lady Death multi-platform? I don't know. It's pretty violent. It's bloody and gory, so I don't know if it's multi-platform. At least, like, I don't know if it's going on a Switch or anything like that. I can't answer that. Speedy Cake with a 5. 200% chance. Dear My Friend is a better isekai game than Forspoken. Oh, for sure. It doesn't take much to be better than Forspoken. Jason Alto with a 5. The fuck around and find out effect came for her first. Now the Haji Whale and the Falfin Garden Tool is next, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, Frogan. I think Frogan's gonna be the next one for sure. She's gonna be like, "What? You're gonna take my GoFundMe money?" That's gonna scare them. That's definitely gonna scare them. Deadeye's Lock with $1. On the first day towards Christmas, I use this list to see who's naughty or nice. But in this case, this list sees who's good and who's shamed from degenerate actions. Cole for thy worthiness. Nice. I appreciate that. Griffin of Might over on Rumble says it is multi-platform and is getting a Switch version. Nice. All right. That's even better. That's even better. That game looked really cool. I wonder if they're going to censor the Switch version because it's pretty damn bloody. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go into it. Let's get into it, man. So the indie game Horses. Thank you guys for the supers, by the way. Indie game Horses. This is a very interesting conversation. Because if you guys missed my previous conversation about this game was supposed to release on Steam. And right before the release, the game got banned from Steam. Now, obviously, at first, people were, going with the typical, is it payment processors? Is it collective shout? Is it whatever? Well, no, come to find out. And I agree. I actually agreed with Valve. Once I found out the whole story and I heard both sides, I lean towards agreeing with Valve on this one. But it's an unfortunate truth of the world that we live in, where even if your artistic vision was not malicious, people like Collective Shout, for example, would use that vision to be malicious against Steam and other platforms as well. This is where we ended up with the game No Mercy. It's the same thing, right? So Epic bans indie horror game Horses just one day before launch due to inappropriate content, despite having approved that content weeks ago. So Epic Games, GOG, and itch.io were going to release this game after Steam banned it. That was basically where we last left off the story. Now it seems like Epic Games has banned the game for the same exact reason that Steam banned it, which I find this to be extremely weird, considering that with Steam, They never fully approved the game. So, you know, them banning it was not something that was odd. It's not like they approved it and then banned it after. But Epic Games approved it. They approved the game and then they banned it afterwards. Now, for those of you guys that are unaware with the whole situation, the reason why this game is getting banned is because it features a scene that is highly questionable with a little girl. Okay? Highly questionable with a little girl. This is a game where a bunch of adults run around naked with horse heads on them. And the little girl was riding on the shoulders of the naked mom. I don't know if she was, you know, clothed or not clothed. I got to imagine she probably wasn't, to stay consistent with the themes of the game. And people clearly, you know, we're going to have a problem with that. And I totally understand why you would have a problem with that, obviously, because I myself also have a problem with that. So once I found that out, I was like, okay, I could see why Valve banned it. Now, my problem with this initially was that they did not offer the developer an opportunity to remove the content from the game if they wanted to. It was just completely banned, right? But I also understand that from Steam's perspective, if you have a developer that is putting content like that in the game, even if they remove it before they release it, if you allow them to release that game, you have to trust that they will never add content like that back into the game. And if they do, now you're going to have an even bigger problem, because now they're monetized on your platform, and now you're going to have to ban them after the fact. And then there's going to be the whole thing about money and paying them, all kinds of nonsense. And unfortunately, video games like that are going to get weaponized by disingenuous people that are going to utilize that to go after platforms like Steam, Epic, and everything like that. So, but as of right now, if you do want to check out that game for whatever reason, it is available on GOG, and it is available on itch.io, and it supposedly is going to be releasing either tomorrow or the day after on those platforms. Jason says it would just be modded back in by customers and players. Yeah, but that's different. If you mod it into the game, that's different, right? Because then you can just blame the person who's modding it. But if the developers put it in themselves, they're trying to monetize that. And that's where it becomes a little bit problematic. So, again, they decided to ban it one day before, which, again, I find to be extremely suspicious, considering this fucking game is crazy, bro. Look at this shit. What the fuck is this, bro? You got I don't mean to laugh. It's just funny. It's just funny to me. Epic Games has decided that it too will not allow the game to be sold on its storefront. Publisher Santa Ragione said in a blog update that Epic informed it of its decision at 5 p.m. On December 1st, saying the game violates its policies of inappropriate conduct and hateful or abusive content. Epic didn't tell Santa Ragione how exactly Horses violated its guidelines. You know, you see, that's my problem. What's up, Sonia? That's my problem. If you're going to ban the game, and again, I want to make it very clear, this particular video game, I understand why they're doing it, and I agree with it. However, if you're going to ban them, then you need to fucking tell them why you're banning them. This whole bullshit of like, we're going to ban you, we're not going to tell you why, I can't fucking stand that shit. I really can't. I can't stand that shit for the life of me. Like that should not be allowed. Like if you are offering a platform to upload content or whatever, you should have to tell people why you're banning them. Don't pussyfoot around it, because that way it absolves you from any liability. Just you should have to tell them why they are being banned. They said that according to an email from the publisher sent to PC Gamer, but only made what it described as broad and demonstrably incorrect claims about it. Santa Ragione filed an appeal, but it was rejected 12 hours later with no further explanation. Epic also indicated that the game could be updated to bring it into compliance, but the email did not include any information on what they would need to be changed. Again, that's such bullshit. How are you going to fix it if you don't know what's the problem? This is such a big issue, you know? But the email, again, did not include any information on what needs to be changed. Santa Ragione said, and even if there'd be no way to make extensive changes one day ahead of release. Epic was not more forthcoming on the matter in a statement provided to PC Gamer. We set clear guidelines for the content that can be distributed on the Epic Games Store and found violations of those guidelines during our extensive review. The communications director, Jake Jones, said. Again, I don't know, man. I feel like that is such a cop-out. Epic told Santa Ragione, including filing out an International Age Rating Coalition questionnaire on horses, which it says resulted in an adult-only rating. This seems odd. Santa Ragione said that it already filed or filled out the questionnaire as part of Epic's submission process and did not receive an AO. We received a PEGI 18 and an ESRB rating of M, as currently displayed on the Horses Coming Soon page on the Epic Games Store. Both of those ratings can be seen on the storefront. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know what it is about this game outside of the questionable theme that we spoke about. Let me see. Santa also questioned why Epic would redo the questionnaire at all, given the developers had to fill it out themselves in order to be allowed to sell their games in the first place. It further claimed that builds of horses had already been submitted and reviewed by Epic, with the final achievements ready build being approved for release 18 days prior to launch. Interesting. All nudity in this game is completely censored via pixelation. There is never any visible sexual act involving genitalia, and all animations are stylized and unrealistic. Additionally, in the 3 hours of gameplay contained in the game, this is a 3-hour game, Jesus, there are only 4 brief and censored sexual sequences, with 2 of them happening mainly off camera. And finally, we explained that the content presented does not in any way promote abuse, including animal abuse. The game is a strong critique of violence and abuse in general. I don't know, man. This one's a weird one. I feel like we're missing something. I really do. Maybe it's me. I feel like we're missing context. We're missing. I don't know if it's the developers not telling us the full story, or if these platforms are not telling us the full story. But I will say that Steam and Epic almost never agree on anything. So if they're both banning this game, then something's got to give. Something has to give. Something is missing here, and I don't know what it is. But something is missing here it's not being told to us. So I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. What I will say is that GOG has already virtue signaled about this game. It would be hilarious if they end up banning the game too. I don't think they're going to, because again, they already virtue signaled about it. They're like, yeah, other places censor, we don't censor. And they didn't even mention like the child sex scene or whatever. So they already virtue signaled about it. So I don't think they're going to ban it. If itch.io bans it, then something's got to give, man. The real reason will leak probably soon. Yeah, I think so, Jason. I would agree with that. I would agree. We're going to find out really soon. I'll put it to you like this. Once this game releases, somebody's going to play it and somebody's going to upload the controversial whatever. And we're going to find out exactly why this game is being banned in multiple places. But until then, we really don't know. We don't know. So I guess we'll see. Worried about fictional animals? I don't think it's animals. I don't think it's animal abuse at all. I think it's the little girl character. That's what I genuinely think it is. I don't think they give a fuck about the animal abuse or anything like that. I really don't. Tower of Flint says it's already on sale on GOG, but available for purchase for days. Really? Okay. So maybe somebody will upload gameplay and we'll find out. I don't know. I'm very, very curious about why this game is getting banned from 2 major platforms outside of like what we know already. Something's got to give. I don't know. Your game sucks, Steam and Epic? Yeah. I don't know if it's about that, bro. Have you seen some of the games on Steam? There's some crazy fucking weird games on Steam, man. Democulus says, I feel the developers hiding something and are in the wrong. However, Steam and Valve and Epic should have handled the situation better. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think there's fault everywhere for sure. I do definitely think the developer's hiding something, though. It could be something small, or it could be something big. I don't know, but I think they're definitely hiding something. Something is not making sense with this entire story, and I can't put my finger on it. But I guess we'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out. All right, boys, like the stream. Let's get to the next topic. We got the marathon debacle. Yes, we finally have a conclusion to the marathon debacle, ladies and gentlemen. Finally have the conclusion, boys. So just to bring you up to speed as to what's going on or what was going on with this. This particular game marathon got completely felted because a artist came out and accused them of stealing their art. And the truth is that they did, right? There was no doubt about it. You could clearly see that the assets were ripped from his work and put into the game without any credit or any money or any payment whatsoever. And months and months and months have gone by after Marathon went back into, basically alpha or beta or whatever, and they delayed the release, and they've been working on the game and play testing the game and all that nonsense. This game's going to release, and it's going to fall right on its fucking face. I have a feeling, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, so we now have a conclusion, and it's crazy because I saw the tweet show up on my Twitter feed before everybody started reporting on it, and I ended up sending it to the group. I was like, "Oh, look at this!" And then right as I sent it, 30 minutes later, everybody started reporting on it. So funny. So the Marathon art theft debacle has been resolved to my satisfaction, according to the artist that Bungie stole from. Now, here's the thing. It's a very, very simple lawyer statement. It's another lawyer statement. It is literally another lawyer statement. There is nothing more to it other than that. But if you look at the statement, it says the following. The Marathon art issue has been resolved with Bungie and Sony Interactive Entertainment to my satisfaction. And that's literally all that was said. That's all that was said. So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means only one thing.
Money, print money, cash,
money, well,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money.
That's it. That's literally it, boys. So the artist, she definitely got money. I think it's a girl. She definitely got money, without a doubt. And they had to pay up. They paid for her silence. That's basically it. They paid for her silence. Now, I do find the timing interesting, considering that Bungie has been doing a lot of playtests lately of Marathon, and every time, Bungie does playtests, they get felted. They go back to the drawing board. But they're obviously promising that the game's going to release sometime early next year. So I wonder if they finally paid her off to get whatever last remaining negative press out there to be squashed. Now, the funny thing is, this new Marathon's going to come out. How crazy would it be if they have other stolen art or something? That would be crazy. I wouldn't, bro. This is Bungie's like 4th or 5th time stealing art. You think they're going to stop now? Of course not. They're going to steal art another time. I just don't know if it's going to be now or later down the line. But they're going to do it again. So anyway, I just found it funny, but it's officially over. At least, 7 months later. 7 months later, it's finally over. That means they must have been going back and forth with lawyers. This person, Anti-Real, probably got a lawyer involved. I would not be surprised. D-Draconic with a membership on Rumble. Thank you, my good man. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I appreciate the membership. We are getting slowly closer to tier 1. Let's get into the next topic. We got, where is it at? Oh, this is a big one. Okay, so everybody knows that the RAM prices are going crazy, right? Everybody knows the RAM prices are going crazy. AI is causing this massive inflation of RAM prices and all this nonsense, right? Well, now we are slowly but surely seeing the downfall of this, because when the prices go extreme, even if it's only one component, everything else is going to suffer. This article says the dominoes are falling. Motherboard sales are down 50%. 50%. As PC enthusiasts are put off by the memory prices. 50%. That is massive. I really do think this shit is going to explode. Like, it's only a matter of time. There's no way that this is sustainable, right? There's no fucking way. It's impossible. If you got, bro, I said a couple of streams ago, I upgraded to 128 gigs of RAM a little while ago. I think it was a few months ago. I don't remember if it was like 6 months. I don't remember exactly, but I upgraded to 128 gigs of RAM a while ago. When I tell you, I think I paid, how much did I pay? I think I paid like 400 something, right? It was like 200 some odd dollars for 64 gigs of RAM for the one that I got. I got a Corsair. I got the one that has the like LED strip at the top, right? So I paid about $400 some odd, give or take. That same RAM today would cost me, I think it's up to like $1,500, give or take, because 64 gigs of the RAM that I have now is like $700 some odd. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's like, dude, it's absolutely insane. It's insane. How is that? And that's I guarantee you it's gonna go up. Dominator of Vengeance RGB. I think it's Vengeance RGB. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I can look up the order if I have time. I'll look up the order. But I just remember spending about $200 some odd. So now it's like, bro, this RAM is $700 some odd for like 64 gigs of RAM. It's so insane to me, bro. And now we're seeing the results of this all throughout the entire fucking the entire industry, right? Where it says 50% of motherboard sales are down. And I guarantee you other things are down almost equivalent. Because if the motherboard sales are down, I would almost guarantee everything else is down. Within reason, obviously. Within reason. It says, according to Hong Kong hardware site, the number of Chinese media reports claim that major motherboard manufacturers, including MSI, Gigabyte, and Asus, have seen motherboard sales drop to 50% compared to figures from November, December 2024. And keep in mind, guys, we are in the holiday season. We are in the holiday season. So this is the time where people will be buying up shit, especially during Cyber Monday, Black Friday. People will be buying shit left and right. I know anytime I want to upgrade my computer, I always wait till Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I end up getting whatever. But it's insane. It's insane. This is not sustainable. And this bubble, whatever it is going to, it's not going to burst. It's going to explode. It's going to explode. Whirling says, I have a lot of RAM to sell. If I had extra RAM, I would sell it right now. What good is a motherboard if you can't even afford the RAM? Well, that's the point. That's the point. Also, worth noting that some of these memory modules are needed for GPUs too. Yeah. Now, the crazy thing is that companies like NVIDIA and what do you call it? Oh my God, AMD? Companies like NVIDIA and AMD, they have RAM like stockpiled. These companies, they make sure that they have RAM stockpiled for a long time. But even so, they're burning through it. They're going to I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. I think we haven't seen the limit of where we're at right now. I think, again, 128 gigs of RAM is going to cost you like $1,500 fucking dollars, give or take. I think it's going to probably reach another $1,000 over that before it eventually explodes. I really do. Because they're still saying there's going to be more shortages. It's getting worse. We're only at the point now where if things are like bad, but they're not worse, right? We're going to get to the point where it's definitely going to get worse. You think it's going to affect the Steam box? Yeah, I would imagine so. Which is why they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything about the Steam box price because things are getting worse. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole RAM situation actually ends up delaying the Steam box. I wouldn't be surprised. So, I don't know. We're going to see where this goes. But I'm telling you right now, it's in my opinion that I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. I really do. And that sucks. That sucks for a lot of people that want to build PCs and buy components and do whatever, especially around the holiday season. It really fucking sucks, man. It sucks. And keep in mind, for those of the console people out there that think this is not going to affect them, I hope you understand that if this continues all the way until your next generation of consoles, it absolutely is going to affect you. There's no doubt about it. If this bubble with this bullshit doesn't burst before then, this is going to carry over to your next set of consoles. What, you think your consoles don't use RAM? You think your consoles don't have fucking RAM sticks in them? Of course they do. This is absolutely going to affect your consoles. And this is going to affect the pricing on that too. It's crazy shit, man. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening with this, but I just wanted to cover this because things are getting crazy, man. And every time I look at the price of components, it blows my mind. Like, I went on Newegg for Cyber Monday, right? I didn't have any intention of buying anything. I like to nerd out sometimes, and I'll go on Newegg and just see like what's out there, because I want to educate myself. I like to stay up to date on PC components and shit. So I was like, let me just look at it right now and see like what's going on, right? So I look and I go on Newegg and I check out some things, and bro, I was done. I was literally dying, bro. I was like, are you serious? I have never clicked off Newegg so fast in my life. And keep in mind, I could scroll that website for like a long time, for hours. But I was like, dude, this is rough. All right, well, I looked at my computer. I'm like, looks like you're going to get a lot more mileage, my guy. Now, granted, my computer, I just got it like a couple of years ago. It's going to last a long time. I don't. My last computer that I had for like 8-9 years, almost. Was it 10? No, it was 8 to 9 years I had it. This computer, it's got a 4090, 128 gigs of RAM, i9 processor. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. But the nerd part of me still likes to look at new components and see what's out there. That's just what I do. So, but definitely, man, this shit is fucking insane, bro. It really is. I don't know how people are going to be building PCs now anytime soon. I think that's the point. I think the prices are meant to get the average person out so that the companies could just sweep up everything and raise the price. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We got Miss Molly. Thank you again for 5 months. Says 5 Battle Pass XP. Thank you for that. Denner Ryer with a $4.99. It's because of AI. Samsung refused its own mobile division extra allocation of DRAM and NAND. They would rather sell it to OpenAI for extra profit. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's crazy? So like, this happens a lot when items become scarce. This happens a lot, right? Where you have companies that would rather sell to essentially other companies that are utilizing it for whatever it may be. And that's what's happening right now. They're selling. They rather sell the items to companies that will pay more for it. And by those companies paying whatever the price may be for it, that raises the price for the average person. And it makes it almost impossible for them to acquire it. So that just leaves more for the company that's rich to buy it all up and to make money off of it. So it's I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. Blue Eyed with a $1.99. My 2025 recap said, you're my number 4 watch channel. Number 4? Number 4? I can't even beat top 3? Not even top 3, my guy? Damn. And it's crazy that you paid money to tell me that I'm number 4. Yes, I got felted. He paid money to felt me. That's crazy. I'm not even on the podium. Exactly, Wild Child. I'm not even on the podium. Damn, bro. All right, I see you, Blue White Scorpio. Listen, you know what? No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know what? I'll take number 4, okay? I'll take number 4, Blue Eye. I appreciate that, man. As long as you're watching the videos, you are watching the videos, right? Right? Let me zoom in real quick. Let me zoom in real quick. Hold on. You are watching the videos, right? Did you see the Expedition 33 video that I worked for 4 hours on last night? Did you watch that one? I'm just saying. Watch the videos. They're more important than ever. God damn it. Angels of Destiny for 7 months. Bro, I have 64 gigs. Corsair Vengeance, 6,000 hertz. And the price has more than doubled since I bought them a couple of months ago. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm in the same position. I'm telling you, I'm in the same position. Everybody's in the same position. If you were to look if you were to look at what you, and this goes for anybody, if you bought RAM recently, like let's say within a few months or even a year, and you go and search your current RAM that you have, you'll realize it's worth like double, if not triple. Mine is worth almost triple. It's insane. Adair Soto with a 2. You're my top number 5. I'm sorry, bro. What's going on here? That's crazy, bro. Oh my God. Uper with a 5. You're number 2, 134 at worst. Thank you, Uper. I appreciate that, man. We got Rumble. Let me check Rumble. DJ Conic with another membership. Crash Collins for $1. Comments on GOG say that horses has been censored. Pixelation. Well, no, I don't think it's censored. I think they said that was their vision. They said there was no nudity no matter what anyway. That the pixelation was just what it is. Torino with a 5. A high-end AI server will have around a terabyte of RAM. God damn. It's insane, bro. And they spent so much money on it. So much money on it, bro. Jason Alazor with a 5. I spent 124 of 32 gigs of RAM. And now it's $303 for the same kit. Bro, that's almost triple. That is almost triple the price. You see what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. That's almost triple the price. Adam Rabiel with a 2, my number 1. You can hold it. Oh, thank you. See, Adam Rabiel knows the deal. Thank you, brother. That's why he's a legend. That's why he's a legend. That's why, like, I appreciate you. Dormant Sight for 20 months to make you feel better. You are, in fact, my number 1 watch channel. My recap. Let's go. Let's go. I'm getting anti-felted right now. This is great. This is great. Shout out to Dormant Sight. Thank you. Blue-Eyed Scorpio 1 and 9. Show more Eve. Move up the ranks. You know, do I have that clip? I need to get that clip and use it as some form of like celebratory clip. Let me see if I can find it really fast, man. I need to. Let me see. The fucking clip where she was doing her little twerky twerk. I can't find it. I don't know. I'll find it eventually. And when I find it, I'm gonna make it a thing. Don't worry about it. Beautiful Saxon with a 2. In my recap, it says you're number 1. Let's go. Let's go. Number 1, finally. No, it's all good, man. If I'm number 1 or number 5, I appreciate you watching regardless, man. Thank you, guys. All right. Couple of last topics. Let's talk about where are we at? We got a new Fortnite leak, a new Fortnite collaboration. It's only a matter of time, boys, and that Fortnite collaboration is none other than South Park. Oh my God. This is, listen, this is how Fortnite remains relevant. This is truthfully how Fortnite remains relevant. They continuously do collaborations with all the pop culture nonsense. And you got people like Cole Classic Cage playing this shit out of it and loving every second of it because she's psycho and she drinks Coke and stuff. This is another example of it. South Park. So if you're a Fortnite player out there, they're going to have a South Park collaboration. Now, the question is, who are you going to play? Who are you going to play as? That's what I really want to know. It's either Cartman or Kenny. Let's be real. Don't play as Kenny. You're probably going to die. Play as Cartman, although everybody's going to see you. I don't know. Coping and seething? Maybe a little bit. Let's talk about this one. This is another big one. This is one of the ones I wanted to go over. So Tencent. So Tencent, if you guys are unaware, Tencent is being sued by Sony because Sony is accusing them of stealing Horizon Zero Dawn for their new game, Light of Mortarum. And this entire thing it's been moving pretty fast considering these are two major companies. I'm actually surprised this lawsuit is moving as fast as it is. But I guess when you both have competent lawyers, I guess things move quickly versus having a lawyer that likes to delay and fuck around with people's money. But Tencent agrees to pause the Light of Mortarum promotion while Horizon clone lawsuit continues. Tencent and Sony have agreed to a later hearing date for the Horizon clone lawsuit if Light of Mortarum pauses its promotion and public testing. Sony has been fighting Tencent in court for allegedly ripping off elements from PlayStation's Horizon series for their upcoming title, Light of Mortarum. Tencent has filed a motion to dismiss this case, whereas Sony has filed for an injunction. Both entities have now agreed on delaying these hearings, however, with some conditions. According to a new order filed yesterday, there are some new developments in Sony and Tencent's Horizon clone lawsuit. It seems that both entities have engaged in discussions in order to resolve the current dispute. Oh, so they're going to settle. Gee, shocker. Shocker. They're going to settle. They're absolutely... This is literally what I said when I covered this like 2 times already. I said there is no fucking way this lawsuit is going to see a courtroom. There is no way. They almost never do. These lawsuits from mega corporations almost never see a courtroom. They always settle because nobody wants to deal with this shit. Nobody wants to deal with a courtroom. Nobody wants to deal with a lawsuit. Nobody wants to deal with any of this shit. They just want to settle and they want to move on. It happens all the time. And all they want to do is sue so that it at least puts this, even if like, let's say Tencent ends up releasing the game, which I think they're going to. They're like, Sony's not going to stop them from releasing the game. It's fucking Tencent. They got all the money in the world to keep this going, and Sony does too, right? So this is not about stopping the game from existing. This is about removing things that Sony doesn't like and forcing Tencent to release the game in a way that Sony approves of. That's really what it is. It seems that they're both engaged in discussions in order to resolve the current dispute. These discussions have led to Sony Interactive Entertainment and Tencent entities agreeing to extend the briefing schedule until a later requested hearing date. However, these come with some conditions. This is what they agreed to. First, the extension will not be used to argue that SIE delayed in seeking a preliminary injunction. Secondly, there could be no new promotion or public testing of Light of Mortarum during the pendency of the motion for preliminary injunction. Thirdly, the release date of Light of Mortarum cannot be moved up to before Q4 2027. And lastly, Tencent entities will not seek expedited discovery in connection with the motion for preliminary injunction. Yeah, look at this. Like they don't even want to, like, they don't want to bother with discovery. Nobody wants to bother with this shit. It's just such like a drawn out, monotonous bull. Like the only people that win are the lawyers in this situation where they make all the money in the world dragging this shit out. So the fact that they don't want to seek expedited discovery in connection with the motion for preliminary injunction just shows that they just want to settle. They just want to settle. That's really what it is. Sony was hoping to push Tencent around. Tencent said, no, fuck you. And now Sony's like, okay, well, can you just remove this, and that, and then we'll let you be? And Tencent's going to be like, sure, probably, I guess. And that's it. That's really it. Due to the new extension, Tencent's deadline to file its response to Sony's preliminary injunction is now December 17, 2025. Instead of December 3rd, Sony must file its reply in support by January 2nd, 2026. Both entities will also request that Judge Jacqueline Corley hear the injunction and the motion to dismiss simultaneously on January 29, 2026, rather than on the 15th of January. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. This one's kind of like a weird one because both of them have made some interesting cases, but overall, this just seems like I don't like the way you're making this kind of lawsuit. Kind of similar to Nintendo with Power World. Like, I don't like this because I don't want to compete, kind of a thing. But the difference is that this is more personal because Tencent approached Sony to make an online multiplayer Horizon Zero Dawn game. They wanted to collaborate with Sony on that kind of a video game, and Sony said no. And then Tencent ended up coming out with Light of Mortarum, so Sony got personally offended by this because they thought that they were ripping their game off because they told them no to a collaboration, whereas Nintendo and Power World is just Nintendo being fucking salty that while they were completely asleep at the wheel, another company came out with something that their players wanted to play instead of their fucking game that they release every year, and they lost millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. So there's a big difference between the two. because one was personally invested and the other was not. So definitely an interesting situation overall. We'll see what ends up coming out from this, but I got to be real with you. I think what's going to happen is that by the end of December or maybe early January at the latest, we're going to hear some form of a settlement. We're going to hear both of them agree to settle to some degree. I don't think this is going to go further. I don't think this is going to go further than that. I really don't. I think they're going to settle end of December, beginning of January, around that time, and that's it. That's all there's going to be with this particular story. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. We're going to follow it and keep figuring it out. Monkey Man for a 2 says $2 for my number 2 most watched. Oh my God. Who's number 1, Monkey Man? Don't tell me it's Vera Dark. Don't lie to me, Monkey Man. I know you gooning. Don't tell me it's Vera Dark, bro. God damn. Denariah with $4.99. Tencent will either have to pay a licensing fee or royalties. It's just a question of how much. If their game became popular, Sony still wins either way. Monkey Man said side scrollers. Oh. Ouch. Well, to be fair, I don't stream as much. I only stream for about 2-ish hours. They stream for a long time. So I'll take it. That's fine. I'll take it. Listen, you're watching Blabs. I get it. You're watching Blabs. I totally understand, brother. I totally understand, man. You it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, man. It's fine. It's fine. We got again, Denariah. I agree to an extent. I think that this is more so gonna go towards initial payment, admission of no guilt, and the removal of certain aspects of the game. Most likely, the design of the main character. Most likely, like the design of the main character, or what's possible in terms of designing your own character, is going to be limited in comparison to what it was prior. Plus an initial payment, one-time payment with no admission of guilt, and that's it. That's what I really think it's going to be. Tiger King for 8 months says number 1. Oh, thank you, Tiger King. Legendary. Let's fucking go. Let's go. We got over on Rumble. I don't think we had anything on Rumble, actually. Let me see. Let me double check. Oh, yeah, we did. Crash Collins with $1 says for number 1. Nice. Shout out to Crash Collins. Let's fucking go, bro. Felstaff for 13 months. You're my number 1 channel with over 1,000 videos watching the last year. Wow. Now that's love right there. That's love. Shout out to Felstaff, brother. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We got Debo with a 5. Apparently, you're my number 2 most watched. Right behind Clownfish TV. All right. Listen, man. If I'm number 2 or number 3 behind channels that have way more subscribers than I do, I'm going to take it. I'm good. I'll work my way up. I'm okay with working my way up. Angel of Destiny with a $4.99. You are my number 1. Hypno, I don't even need to check my recap. Let's fucking go. That's love right there. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Angel of Destiny. I appreciate that. All right, really quick. We got Ball Pit developers announcing something, which, again, this game just keeps winning. It keeps winning. If you're not playing Ball Pit, you need to play Ball Pit, man. Mr. Rouge gifted me Ball Pit a little while ago, and it's fucking crack, okay? Ball X Pit developers announced that they are giving 3 free content updates for 2026. 3 free content updates for 2026. That is amazing. That is insane. Shout out to Ball X Pit. They hit a new milestone of 1 million copies sold, and to celebrate, the developers have announced 3 free updates for 2026. The latest title by Kenny Sun and Friends and developer Devolver Digital, Ball X Pit has definitely been one of the surprise hit launches of 25, hitting 2 major sales milestones within days of launch. Now, less than 2 months after release, the game has hit another sales milestone, reaching 1 million players. Wait, is it players engaged or is it copies sold? What are we doing? Is this game on Game Pass? Is this game on Game Pass? Let me check. Is Ball X Pit on Game Pass? Yes, it's on Game Pass. Oh my god, no. I think what it is because they're on Game Pass, they have to advertise with players engaged. Although I don't necessarily buy that because Expedition 33 was on Game Pass and they advertised with copies sold. So I'm just saying. But okay, so let's go over to SteamDB. Hold on. Ball X Pit. Let's see what the numbers are really quick. It still did really good numbers, by the way. If you look at SteamDB, 35,000 concurrent players with an estimated sales anywhere between 500,000 and almost 900,000 on Steam. If we were to take let's just take like 750,000 on Steam and times that by the price of $14.99. $14.99. Bro, this game before Steam's cut made almost a little over $11 million. Bro, imagine that. Imagine a game like Ball X Pit and it made a little over $11 million. And then you take away 30% for Steam, it's still in the millions of dollars. That is amazing for a game like this. That is incredible. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Because I guarantee you this game costs almost nothing to make. So, that is fucking insane. Shout out to Ball XP. And that's only on this platform. That's only on Steam. So you have this platform, you have Xbox, if anybody bought it, which I doubt because they have Game Pass. But they probably got money from Game Pass. Then you got, is it on PlayStation? Is Ball X Pit? Let me see. Is Ball X Pit on PlayStation? Yes, it's on PlayStation. Nice. So you got PlayStation as well. So I definitely think this game made a lot of money. For sure made a lot of money. Good for them, which is why they're able to make 3 free updates. So they're passing it off to players, which I will always be for that. Pass the savings off to the players. Why not? Why not? All right, last topic. Hitman 4. Hitman 4 has been unofficially revealed by IO Interactive CEO, ladies and gentlemen. Hitman 4. Now, keep in mind, this company is about to come out with 007 First Light. That game was gifted to me already, so thank you guys for that. We will be checking that game out for sure. But Hitman 4 has been essentially unofficially announced in a way. The company's plans for the future may have been somewhat revealed by the IO CEO. Hitman 3 evolved into the world of assassination in 2023. The game became larger than life as it began to add celebrity cameos as part of its new missions. And this was all the while IO Interactive was working on 007 First Light. But fear not, if you think major Hitman content is being put to one side, you can eliminate those fears. They said IO Interactive CEO Hakan Abrak recently spoke to Variety about the Hitman franchise in general and the company's work on 007 First Light and anything else in the pipeline. First Light is still scheduled for launch in March 2026, and Abrak said that's probably the only IP we will work on externally that is not ours. The conversation moved on to Hitman, the franchise's history, and what's next. So, of course, there will be more Hitman. But right now, I think we would need to get to the other side of this year, and next year you'll get more news about Hitman Co-op, because I think Co-op is a really, really good extension to the universe. It will introduce very interesting mechanics and combinations in World of Assassination. But we will, after that, be talking about the next Hitman, because, of course, there is going to be a next Hitman. So that is, again, not necessarily specifying Hitman 4, but they are saying that they are going to do a new Hitman game and not just pull a Rockstar and rely on World of Assassination and cameos in order to keep making money. So definitely interesting situation going on here. I really need to try out World of Assassination. I need to. I know it's got those weird cameos, and I don't really care about that. I want to. It sounds like you're saying Hitman. God damn it. Leave my accent alone. But I feel like at this point, him saying that, of course, there's going to be a new Hitman. Did anybody really doubt that, though? I understand that people are playing, like, what's World of Assassination doing? Let's see. Hitman World of Assassination. Let's see. So people are still playing this game. I guess the cameos must be doing very well for it. If you look, the 24-hour peak is almost half of what the all-time peak was 12 months ago. So the numbers are going up. Check that out. When's the last time you seen this shit? Look at this. The numbers are going up from 2,000. Like, look at this. That's insane, bro. Free to keep. And then Eminem, the Eminem collaboration. That's why. It's because of the Eminem collaboration people are playing the game again. That's why. But that makes sense. I mean, it clearly has a semi-healthy player base of people that continue to come back. It's definitely got some long legs. Anywhere between 1.5 billion to 5 billion copies sold. So it's probably somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the 3.5 million range. But interesting. I didn't think this was going to have the kind of legs like this. Can you kill Eminem? I don't know. I think you could kill Slim Shady, which is essentially Eminem. That's the whole story behind it, right? You're helping Eminem kill his alter ego, Slim Shady. Lionheart says, I have 528 hours in Hitman, World of Assassination, tons of challenges and community content. Bro, 528 fucking hours in Hitman? Oh my God, dude. It's crazy. Gray the Merchant for $1 says Hypno's my number 1, Keto Casino number 2, and Side Scroll is number 3 for Craig. Just know you're my favorite since you saved me by your videos during Veilguard. Also, AMD rumors of price increase just nipped my dream PC. It sucks, bro, that people are not going to be able to get their PCs because all this fucking nonsense going on. But I'm not surprised. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the $1, and I appreciate being number 1, man. I appreciate it. Kid Flash Nacho says, I had 10K hours in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Bro, were you just beating up all the kids playing that game? What the fuck? Holy shit, that's insane. All right, let me X this out. But yeah, that's a story about Hitman. I think I'm definitely going to check out World of Assassination. I'm just curious about it. I'm curious about it. That's really what it is. I'm curious about it. All right, let's get into the waifu battle because we are genuinely being felted tonight. I don't think we're anywhere near tier 1. And we're definitely nowhere near to tier 2. Oh, hold on. We got where are we at? Mr. Spangus 199. Hypno's my number 1 next to PS5 trophies, Guide, and Sailor Moon. How am I equivalent to Sailor Moon, bro? How am I equivalent to Sailor? Tifa Lockhart with 199. What the fuck? Smash is number 1 on my page. What? Next to Dodgers recap, bro. Okay, Smash being number 1 above me. Come on, bro. That hurts. But then again, he streams for like 20 hours, bro. I stream for like 2 to 3 hours maximum. Speedy Cake with a 5. Speaking of Tencent, ever since they got their hooked nails into Warframe digital extremes back in the day, the game has gotten worse to play fun-wise. Well, that sucks. We were just talking about Warframe the other day. That sucks. Kalen with a 2. Is 007 going to be open world? Confused with info. I don't think so. I think it's going to be like Uncharted. It's going to be on rails. I'm pretty sure. If somebody can correct me on that, that's fine. But I think it's going to be on rails. Dr. Fucking Spike with a $20. He says you are my number 1 channel to super chat. Not to watch, but to super chat. Okay. I guess I'll take that. I'll take that. Shout out to Dr. Spike. Thank you so much for the $20 banger. I appreciate that, man. Number 1 channel to super chat. Never heard that before. That's interesting. All right. Are we caught up? We are caught up. All right, guys. Let's get into the waifu battle. Let's have some fun. I got a legendary waifu coming back to go up against Mai because Mai is still kicking ass and taking names. T-Jab says we're $25 away from tier 1. Sounds good, T-Jab. Thank you so much. Let's get into the waifu battle. Listen, if you are not going to stay for the waifu battle, go watch my Expedition 33 video that I released today. If you haven't watched it yet, please. We have been doing very well, guys. Let me check the numbers really quick. Hold on. Guys, we are nearly there. Look at this. We were stuck. We were stuck at 104,000 for a long time. And ever since I changed the format of my videos, we have now gained 2,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks or something like that. 2.5 weeks, give or take. So keep supporting the channel. Keep watching the videos. It is more important to watch the videos than anything else. By far. I'm putting a lot of time into them. And your support goes a long way. So make sure to click them. Give them a long view duration. And make sure that you comment. If you don't comment on the video, YouTube is going to say, fuck you. Seriously. That's just how it works. YouTube will say, fuck you in your view. It doesn't count. Go suck a dick. So make sure you comment when you watch the videos, please. I don't care what you say. Make it funny. Make it funny. All right. We got Miss Molly, the legend, with a 249. If I say you're one, I lose. That's not good. Dark Mistress with a 10. Raining money emote. Yo, Dark Mistress is throwing the stripper dollars all throughout the chat. Throwing stripper dollars. Just making it rain on that ass. Shout out to Dark Mistress. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 10. Legendary. All right, boys. Waifu battle time. Let's have some fun. Let's do our thing. And let's make it happen. All right, boys. The waifu battle is here. Look at this fucking guy. Panda Nautic with 3 months says Panda. Fucking Panda Nautic, bro. I swear to God. And this guy out of nowhere, our cuz with a $50 mega. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, anyone that streams live playing that flaming garbage of a game, Dustborn, and then gets sick with DEI AIDS and still completes it is top 10. Just kidding. Number 1 for sure. Bro. I literally almost died to play that game. It was so bad, bro. 3 days of fucking hell. Shout out to our cuz. Thank you for the $50 mega banger, my guy. That officially gets us a tier 1 for the 510th stream in a row. Legendary. Miss Molly with a 249. So no 5. What? So you're 5? Are you saying I'm 5? Ouch. Ouch. Thank you, Miss Molly. I appreciate that. Sage of 6 Pad says, wait, what about horror games being banned on Epic? What about horror games being banned on? I'm gonna let you figure that one out. I'm gonna let you figure it out. All right, boys. The waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last waifu battle, we had a little bit of a felting. Just a little bit of a felting. Maybe a lot of it. But maybe a little bit. Overall, it was pretty damn ridiculous. But the culmination of this was ended up being the waifu battle champion, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, to answer your question, we spoke about the Epic horror game ban already. So that's why we're not doing it, because we already spoke about it. Let's go over the rules. Let's go over the rules, because I got an interesting waifu that's going to go up against Mai today. And we'll see if she could take her down. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It does not matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu that you forgot to put the first time first, then guess what? I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Mai, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand a thing. Look at this fucking guy, bro. Look at this guy, bro. Pre-gooning. Pre-gooning. Fallen Angel with a 2. My, I'd eat that cherry pie. Jesus. That's insane, bro. Pre-gooning? You don't even know who the challenger's going to be. All right, listen, man. I had to bring back a certain waifu that's all about the Dami Mommy vibes. Okay? I know you fucks out there like the Dami Mommies. Don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me, okay? I brought back the Dami Mommy, somebody who is also a legendary fighting waifu, somebody who needs to try to take down Mai to the best of her ability. So let's bring out Dami Mommy. And let's see what she's got. All right, boys. The challenger is going to go up against the one and only Mai. Is going to be the one and the only Ivy from Soul Calibur, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. It's another 3-letter name. Yesterday we had a 3-letter name. Today we have a 3-letter name. Mai versus Ivy. Let's find out who is it going to be, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to get whipped or do you want to get choked out by thunder thighs? The choice is yours. Miss Molly says no rules for 249. We need to have rules. We always need to have rules. Dead Eyes Lock over on Rumble with a 2. It says, my love is like, whoa. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. Right now, we have 2 votes for Mai, one of which was a pre-gooning vote. Pandanotic with a 2 says Panda. I'm not surprised. Dark Mistress, why am I also not surprised? With a 5. Ivy, because whips and chains excite me. Why am I not surprised that a username Dark Mistress is excited by whips and chains? Why am I not surprised? The Mervoth with a 5 says, I must stay loyal. This was hard. I didn't need to know that I didn't need to know that. That's too much information. Toxic with a 269 says, Ivy, her cans come out more visibly each new game. That's true. They do. They definitely do. Miss Molly with a 249 says, Tame. The fuck is that? Ali Kusanagi with a $50 mega banger for Mai says, sorry, Ivy. My loyalty stays with Mai. Damn, that is the first major blow. That is the first major blow in the waifu battle. The first major blow. Let's see how this goes. Right now, Mai has a massive lead. Dragon with a 5 says, Ivy has some issues pre-woke storyline. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Fair enough. Fair enough. But focus on the non-wokeness. You understand? Focus on the non-wokeness happening right here. The Mai army is strong. Wait. Is the Mai army claiming victory already? Is that what's Is that what's happening right now? Is the Mai army claiming victory already? The Ivy fans, that's it. They're getting felted. It's over. Just tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. The Mervon says, don't jinx it. Oh, okay. All right. They're getting nervous. They're getting nervous. They're getting nervous now because I said it. I called them out because they're trying to claim that it's already over. Just say it's over. It's okay. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I guess we'll find out. DJ Kotick says, do not get comfy. I don't know, man. There's very little votes for Ivy, so I think if you're going to get comfy, now would be the time. Now would definitely be the time. Guess we're going to see, boys. We're going to see. All right, boys. Ivy's coming off screen. Ivy's coming off screen. She got barely any votes. And now it's time to see if Mai is going to go in for the kill. And I got to admit. Damn. Damn. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Mai? Or is it somehow going to be an upset and Ivy is going to somehow win? I've seen upsets before, so you never know. You never know. Mervoth with a 2 says, Mai, can we get Goth Mai on the next episode? Wow, the Mervoth has already confirmed that Mai is going to win, and we just need to get ready for the next episode. That's crazy, bro. DJ Kotick with a 2 says, Mai. I think it's over. That's it. I think it's over. The Ivy fans did not show up today. The Soul Calibur fans have given up. That's crazy, bro. Can that dress get any smaller? Yeah, it can. It absolutely can, just not on YouTube. Pay It Forward with a 10 says, Mai, she has those baby-making hips over on Rumble. Fuck. Even Rumble is all in on Mai right now. Pause on that, by the way. Pause on that. Although, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. The Mervoth again with a 2 says, my OG fighting gal who dressed very revealing. She sure did. She sure did. Sonia says, nope, Mai all the way. Dead Eyes Lock with $1 on Rumble says, my love for them stacked cups and cakes. Fuck, bro. What is happening here? Dragon with a 5 says, my bro, you got to wait until the clock reaches 0. Bro, it's over. Nobody's voting for Ivy. It's over. Miss Molly with a 249. My tie. No, my tie. Your language confused me. That's an interesting way to say my. Booming Bob with a 499. My also Hypno is gay. Thank you, Booming Bob. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Democulus says the Ivy fans were caught sleeping. You ain't kidding, man. You ain't kidding. It's crazy what's going on right now. Beautiful Zexa with a 5 says, Mai, not gonna lie, seeing Mai, it makes me want to replay Fatal Fury. City of Wolves. I respect that. Oh, I just realized Ivy is under the $10 mark. If she does not get $10, she will be permanently banned, and we're almost done. Speedy Cake dropping another $20 banger. Mai's ties save lives. Fucking hell, bro. What a easy mode washout. What a easy mode washout for Mai. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. Holy shit. We're not going to get tier 2 because the wife was getting felted. And she's going to get banned. It's a felt and a ban. Democulus says, is Ivy at risk of being banned for the waifu battle? Yeah, she is. She is. She's 100% in danger. Oh, never mind. No, she's not. Dark Mistress with a 5 says Ivy for the save. She just saved her. She just saved her. Barely. Shout out to Dark Mistress for the save, saving the big titty goth girl. And then Thomas Brown with a 2 says Rixia Mao, of course. Of course. Why am I not surprised? All right, boys. Final countdown. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
The last super chat that is going to count is Miss Molly with a 249 says Wonder Woman. Shout out to Miss Molly. Thank you for the 249. I appreciate that. And then we got Dr. fucking Spike himself. Dr. Spike not only saving tier 2 with the entire chat coming together, but also dropping a massive $200 Red Boy Hyper Banger, Ultra Hyper Banger for Ivy, and says, you choose the lady.
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
Holy shit. Holy shit. That officially makes us 199 tier 2s in a row. We are one away from 200 tier 2s in a row. Let's make tomorrow's stream a celebration and see if we could go crazy and get there. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Spike with the $200 Red Boy for Ivy, and says, you choose the ladies. Something that epic needs an epic song in return. I'm sorry.
All right, boys, we have another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in!
Holy shit.
All right, boys, it's another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in!
Holy shit.
Shout out to Dr. Spike with the $200 Red Boy Hyper Banger. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Toxin's upset because I didn't play his Latinas. He's upset. He's coping. Instead of giving a Red Boy, he's coping. Everybody point to Toxin and be like, he's coping. T-Jab with the final numbers. Damn.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn. Oh, man. Ivy with $212.85 against Mai with $94.95, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion, dethroning Mai is none other than Dami Mommy herself. Ivy, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Ouch. Ouch. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. And as we discussed already, there is plenty of people coping and seething right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Ivy's going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Never miss it. Do not miss it. Don't be gay and do not miss it. And if you're already gay, don't be straight and miss it. That's going to suck. Actually, maybe not, because you wouldn't be gay. But regardless, don't miss it. Guys, if you did miss my video today on Expedition 33, it's a banger video. Put a lot of time into it. Go watch it if you haven't. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Click that video, support it, comment, like it, all that good stuff, long view duration, all that gay YouTube algorithm stuff that they force us to do every day in order to support the channel. Otherwise, well, they just suck. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships and everything. I appreciate it. Let me just make sure there's no gifted games because I be forgetting sometimes, man. I don't get notifications. Oh, look, there's fucking gifted games. See, this is why I look. This is why I look, because I didn't get any notifications, of course. This is why I look. I always make sure. Look at this. Zevin Cross. Shout out to Zevin Cross, gifted Sea of Solitude. I actually heard a lot of good things about this game, Sea of Solitude. Thank you, Zevin Cross. I appreciate that. Sea of Solitude. What the fuck is this? Blind Fire. Blind Fire delivers unique FPS action in pitch black arenas. Rely on sound. Wait, pitch black arenas. Holy shit. Rely on sound and high-tech gadgets to develop your skills in new ways. That sounds crazy. Pitch black arenas. Of FPS in pitch black arenas. That definitely sounds interesting. Holy shit. Shout out. Yo, this guy's going crazy. Zevin Cross is going nuts. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. Katsutaka, Kodaka, and Kotaru join forces for the first time to deliver the ultimate adventure game. 15 students are tasked with defending a school from grotesque monsters for 100 days. That sounds awesome. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Zevin Cross, man. It's going nuts. And then Lord Bowser. It is a top-down Resident Evil game. Heaven Dust 2. I don't even think I played Heaven Dust 1. Deep inside a research base, waking up for a cryogenic pod, you find yourself trapped in a living hell, surrounded by zombies. Heaven Dust 2 is a love letter to classic survival horror games featuring exploration, action, puzzles, and resource management. That's right. That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect to me. I will definitely check that out, Lord Bowser. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. See, good thing I checked because fucking Steam does not notify me, and I would have ended the stream without checking, and I would have felt bad. So shout out, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. All right, boys. Shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. Look at Mervoth, man, for it too. I like Ivy, so I'm not too heartbroken. You sure? Are you positive? Thank you for the 2. Shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. Guys, go watch the video if you haven't. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooders and stay to the end for the raid if you're not going to watch my video. But just know if you don't watch my video, yeah.
relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in Maker Gang. Suck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in Maker Gang. Fuck it again, put a ticket in Maker Gang. Put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her back again. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.